I'm creating the greatest video game collection that there is. And in order to do this, my job one is to get like the full PS2 and a full Xbox 360 UK version. And I'm also adding in titles for all my other systems. That is where you come in. I'm going to be creating lists of all my other systems of games to add into the collection. And that's where you come in. The people that matter. Of course you bloody matter. I'm trying to get monetized. In my last video, there were 5 Master System games that I decided to add in to the catalogue. I used your suggestions as well as the wise words of Retro Mega Muffin. A man so mega, he has a full Master System collection. You should have a full Mega Drive collection, really. Anyway, go and drop my follow all the other places, Retro Mega Muffin, if you don't already. It's been a long time since my first video on this one, but please bear with me. Give us a bit slack. It's been Christmas. I've got 2 kids. The missus' birthday. I've had a very expensive technical issue. Asus, I'm coming for you, which has slowed the collecting down a bit. But we are here now. So better late than never, and these are the 5 games that I ended up getting that I said I would in the previous video. But wait, Tom, you stupid northern, unable to count idiot. There are 8 games in your hand, and yes, there are, because I ended up getting 3 extra that I was originally going to get in for the collection. And this is due to generosity and stupidity. And guess what? It's not all my stupidity. These 2 games weren't on my list, but they were gifted to me at Christmas by 2 members of my community. So thank you, David and Elena, for these. Now, Rescue Mission, I've not been able to try yet because I need to get the Light Phaser in order to play it. Great name, Sega. Well done for being able to sell a gun to a kid by calling it a Light Phaser. Good job. As well as Thunderblade, which also came out on the Sega Mega Drive. You might recognize it from there. It was called Super Thunderblade on there. It was in the Mega Games 2 with Alien Storm and Super Monaco in there, and it was punishing, so it might have kicked your ass as well. Now, on a side note, I actually played can you remember the Tiger Electronic games? They're really terrible, but I had loads that I used to play in the car, and I used to play that one loads, actually more than the Mega Drive version of the game. The Master System game, though, I actually found a lot more enjoyable to play than the Mega Drive version. It's more top-down, so like your sort of 1942-esque arcade game, and it was a really fun little game. 2 copies of Land of Illusion. Are you on crack? I hear you say. No, I'm just mildly stupid. If you see the other video, I'd actually got Land of Illusion before we even started the challenge, because I'd seen it in my local CX before I'd recorded the video. Now, because I bought it then, I bought it a long time ago. I hadn't checked or anything like that until I started testing the games and getting some footage for the YouTube video. So when I went to play it and I opened it, what befell my eyes but Castle of Illusion, not Land of Illusion. So CEX had given me the wrong cartridge of the game. They gave me Castle Illusion instead of a Land of Illusion. But I'd also left it too late to be able to return it, and I'm stuck with it in the wrong case now. So yeah, we have Castle of Illusion and Land of Illusion now for the Master System. I just need the box for Castle of Illusion. Anyone got out there? Send it over. Be nice. Castle of Illusion, for a lot of people, is the game they think about when they think about playing games in their childhood. For me, it's not a scratch on World of Illusion on the Mega Drive, but that's because that's what I grew up on, probably. That's a game you should try it if you haven't. This is a decent platformer with the difficulty you would expect from a Master System NES era game. It actually got a remake in 2013, but it's got nothing on the original. Decent game, but play the original if you haven't. It's a good entry into Master System platformers. We also got Land of Illusion, which is the lesser-known sequel to Castle of Illusion. In the Illusion series, it's probably the cousin that wets the bed in Home Alone. He's essential to be there, but he's not really as known as all the other characters. However, many would argue that this is probably better than Castle of Illusion. It's got more varied mechanics in it. It's got a little bit more polish with it being a sequel. My experience playing it as well, it was slightly more forgiving than Castle of Illusion. So it's a really good entry if you've not played many Master System, NES type platformers, and you're looking for an easier entry into it. It's good for the limp-wristed and weak-willed youths of this generation. I also had a bit of a problem with this game, Master of Darkness. It was the most expensive game that I got, so of course there was an issue with it. I played CEX Roulette and I lost. As you can see, it's all dog-eared. With it being the most expensive, I am going to swap it at CEX for a better copy of it. But because the video was taking so long to make, I decided to record the footage and stuff before I took it back. Aren't you lucky? Master of Darkness is the Castlevania on the Sega side of the console war. However, something I'll mention with another game coming up, not as difficult. Now, people who are on the wrong side of history and support Nintendo will say that this is a negative for the game. To them, I say, jog on. I came to play a game. If I want to torture, I'd have bought thumb screws, not a Master System game. Now, when it comes to this era, difficulty can be a really big hurdle to overcome. However, a lot of the difficulty in these games is put in by the game being unfair rather than good game design. And to that, I say, go eat shit. A game clearly inspired by Bram Stoker's Dracula was a fun little platformer, and like Castlevania, had you destroying those usual bat, skeleton, and zombie bastards. It's a great game, and if you want to get it in your collection, it's starting to get expensive, so I'd grab it now. Was introduced to gaming and brought up on the Blue Blur. But until I started collecting, I didn't realize he had exclusive titles on the Master System. Sonic Chaos is a prime example of these. Now, whereas Sonic and Sonic the Hedgehog 2 on the Master System are reimaginings of the original games on the Mega Drive, but with a limited hardware, Sonic Chaos was Sega putting its big boy pants on and seeing if a Master System exclusive Sonic game could stand on its own 2 feet. It has smaller levels, being able to finish some in 24 seconds on my first try, and the level layout seems to prefer slowing down and a bit more platforming rather than the speed of its Mega Drive brethren. Again, possibly due to the limitations of the hardware. It has unique levels, it has unique level bosses, which rather than just being Robotnik, are the Badniks. And yes, I said Robotnik, it's not Eggman, it is Dr. Robotnik. It's a fun platformer that isn't too challenging, but I feel it hasn't aged brilliantly. Next is Monster Boy 3 The Dragon's Trap. Now, this is probably one of the first games where you start off with all your energy, skills, things like that, and then reality slaps you in your face and you go back down to the gutter where we all belong. It's probably where Castlevania 79 got all its ideas from, probably. Well, it might be. I'm a father of two, and I don't have enough time to do the research as well as edit this video, so there'll probably be some jobs within the comments. Let me know that I'm wrong and tell me the right answer. Thanks for the research, mate. It's a really fun platformer, a little bit more in the style of Zelda 2 on the NES, but I actually think this one is better and more fun to play. The controls are really good and tight, and it was fun to play and take out enemies. I think this is a really cool action platformer that you should jump on, really underrated and not talked about much. Just going to take this moment to say sorry for all the different costume changes. I'm not trying to show off my wardrobe. I just keep forgetting to record stuff and doing it at different times. Ninja, Gaiden, Gaiden, whatever. Someone will correct us in the comments. I'm going to go for Gaiden. Go and be angry in the comments that I pronounced it wrong. Now, if you're watching a video about collecting video games and the Master System, you probably have heard of Ninja Gaiden. I've never played the NES version, but this one seems to be seen as the ginger stepchild that becomes a doctor when it comes to online. You know, it's good, but, you know. Now, I'm allowed to say that because my missus is ginger and my beard is ginger. The controls are really tight, which I haven't found in some of the games on the Master System, but it didn't seem uber difficult to me like the NES versions, which are regarded as hard as nails. Now, this could be because I'm a gaming god, but I doubt that. A really fun action platformer and a good entry to the series with a lower difficulty. So this is my Master System collection now. 24 games here. Master of Darkness on its way, as I mentioned, and Alex the Kid built in to my actual Master System, which was a great design that not many consoles kept. Another step completed in making this the greatest collection in the UK. Master System completed it, mate. Well, for now, how do you rate my Master System collection? Am I missing some no-brainers in there? Let me know in the comments. Next is where I need your help. We are going to move on to a newer system now. We're going to move on to the PS4. I'm going to add 5 games into my PlayStation 4 collection to make it the best selection of PS4 games that I can for now. This is like year 1, and I'm going to add more to in the future. So here is when you start doing some actual work. Here is my current PS4 collection. What 5 essential games am I missing from this? And not as a collector, but as the best games on the PS4. Let me know in the comments, and I'll put together the list of 5 games from what you suggest, what they look like they're rated on online, and personally how much I want to play them. If you are starting to look at collecting games, PS4 is a great collection to start for at the minute. Trust me, in the blink of an eye, it will be seen as retro, and it is much better to get the games now than in 20 years' time. Trust me on that one. In the next video in this series, I'll let you know why I think it's a really good system to collect for at the minute, and I'll also let you know the 5 games I've decided to collect. As always, a big thank you for watching the video. Please pop a like and a subscribe onto the channel if you haven't already. And if you haven't already, on that note, join the Discord. We've got over 120 people in there now, chatting about games, life, game collecting, and all of those type of things. And as always, a big, massive thank you to my Patreons and everyone else who supports me. Thank you so much. And if you do want to show me some support, my Patreon is linked in the bio, as well as my Twitch and all of that jazz. I will see you in the next video. Up there's the first video in the series. Go and have a check out of that one if you haven't already. And down there is the first video in my Resident Evil 8 VODs from my Twitch channel. So have a look at that one if you're interested as well. I'm going to have a staring contest with you now, and if I win, you have to click on one of them. Ready? I'm not going to edit. I'm not going to cheat. I just have steam powder. Steam powder? I can't concentrate on not blinking and talking. I feel like I blinked earlier on. I saw it go black for a little bit. This is harder for me because I'm looking at bright lights.